Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another makeup tutorial that I've created, and yeah, I'm just going to get on with it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go in with my Garnier Moisture Match dry to very dry skin moisturizer. I've used the heck out of this, like struggle to get any out, and just put this all over my face. I have quite wide pores today, so I'm just going to go in with the Benefit Professional Primer. And although this leaves a matte finish, I'm only going to be applying a small amount to areas where I feel I really need it. Then over the top of that, I'm going to go in with my number 7 Smoothing and Brightening Eye Base. But I'm actually going to be putting this on my face too, because this helps smooth everything out again. Gets rid of any of the blue tones in my skin. I'm also going to pop this underneath my eyes to sort of prime them and get rid of any dark circles. I've been using this as a little bit of a primer recently, and I really like it. Okay, so today I'm going to be using a new foundation I've just got, and it's actually from Bobbi Brown. It's the Luminous Moisturizing Treatment Foundation in the shade Porcelain Zero. Because my tan is fading just a little bit, I thought I would get this one. I've already tried it before, so it's not like a first impressions, and it's so beautiful, so I wanted to show it in this tutorial for you. Okay, so to apply this, I'm going to be using the Real Techniques buffing brush, and this has been well loved because the writing is completely gone off the side as well, and it's I'm going to go in with one pump to start with and just pat this all over the skin and then really buff this in. This is probably the nicest foundation in terms of the way it sits on the skin that I've ever used. It's so beautiful and natural, and it smells like lavender, and it's just so calming and relaxing. I'd say this foundation was definitely a medium coverage foundation. No more, no less, just a perfect medium, which is perfectly fine for me. I don't really need a full coverage foundation at this moment, so yeah. I'm just going to apply that number 7 base onto my actual eyes because that's where it's supposed to go. And this is really good because it holds my eye makeup in place pretty much all day. In fact, it does do it all day until I take it off. Then I'm just going to go in with a bit of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla, just underneath my eyes because they are a bit baggy today. I love this foundation. It's just so glowy and natural and pretty. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to go in with is my Sleek Eyebrow Stylist in the shade Dark. I'm just going to take this spoolie end and brush my brows through first, just so they're kind of in shape before I fill them in. Okay, so today I'm going to be using for my eyes two things. A Makeup Revolution palette in the shade Redemption Iconic 1, and a pigment which is called Cautious, and it's this really beautiful kind of rose gold bronze shade. And I'm going to be mixing it with the palette and the solution that comes with the foils. Because this is the first time I'm going to do this, so I'm going to see if this works, and if it doesn't, I apologise. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking these two matte shades in the palette and just defining my crease a little bit to create a really nice cut crease kind of base for the foil. I am going to be doing a blog post that's going to go up very soon reviewing all these palettes, and I've used them quite a lot and I am really impressed. Basic, they're not the most pigmented eyeshadows in this palette in the world. In fact, they're quite thin on the pigmentation. But for people that are just starting out in makeup, just starting to learn to blend eyeshadows, or even struggle to blend eyeshadows, these are perfect because you just can't apply too much at once. You can really build on it, and yeah, just really good palettes for that. Okay, so now for the fun bit. Basically, I'm just going to take my palette and the solution, and I'm just going to pop a few drops of the solution in the palette. Self-explanatory, really. Two drops should do it just fine. And then I'm just going to take my pigment and voila. Mini flat smudger brush from Royal Laniken, and just apply this onto my lids. Then I'm going to take a blending brush and just blend the edges out smoothly before it sets. I'm also going to run a little bit of this underneath my eye as well, and kind of stop before you get to the inner corner. Now to define the eye just a little bit more around the lashes, I'm going to mix these two shades together here and just apply this with a flat definer brush right at the lash line and then smudge it out. Next step for me is blush, and I'm going to be taking the Bobbi Brown I'm going to be taking the Bobbi Brown blush in the shade 16 Peony, which is this beautiful light bubblegum pink, and taking on a Zoeva 126 brush. Now just to finish off the rest of the face before I do my mascara, I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in Pink Quartz. This is just beautiful. Like, I can't even explain how this is. It's like a beautiful pinky, beigey, rose gold kind of colours in there, and it's just a really nice shimmer brick in comparison to some of the other ones. The only downside about this is, which I know a few people have mentioned, is that it can only open so far. So like you have to properly like tilt your mirror, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, in comparison to the actual product, I mean, it's a minor thing, but yeah, that's my mini review right there. It works for face, it works for eyes, lips, cheeks, everything. So I'm gonna demonstrate. I'm just gonna apply this onto the actual cheeks as well, because it adds colour, so it's perfect. Oh, I love it so much. Now I'm just going to complete the look with mascara, and today I'm going to be using my Volume Million Lashes So Couture mascara, and it's really nice. I like this one. And then for my lips, which is probably going to sound really ridiculously strange, but I'm actually going to take what's left in the palette and just gently dab this on my lips. And there we go, that's my finished look. The reason I put it on my lips is because I've started tying things in together to create really natural looks. You know, it works. You put a bit of lip balm on and you can rub it on top and you're good to go. And if you have any gloss that's similar, pop that on top as well, and it's just a finished, easy, you know, small amount of products. So you're not using multiple products here, there, everywhere. You can sort of combine everything together and work it in the same look. And that you quite easily could have used the shimmer brick as well for eyeshadow, so to pop this onto the eyes for a tiny bit of colour there. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I know it was a bit random and it was a bit all over the place, but it was a really last minute thing to film and I just wanted to do it, so I hope you enjoyed it. Also, if you want to follow me on any of the social networks, you know the drill, they'll be linked down below, and I would look forward to speaking to you and hearing from you. And yeah, if you do decide to recreate any of these looks, then don't forget to tweet or Instagram me and I will repost or comment and like and all that good stuff. Okay guys, bye, I will see you next time.